like, bitch, dick ain't that motherfucking good. Okay, love bugs, before we get started, let me correct myself because you hussies gave me the god daggone business. Okay, let me correct myself. I thought, without researching, give me a break, okay, show me a little mercy, that was Dionne Warwick's song, Daydreaming. It wasn't. It was all Aretha Franklin, and Dionne Warwick covered it. She didn't do a good job. Well, she didn't do as good as Aretha. But my bad, y'all. Where we left off, Aretha is lost. Okay. And often separated from her husband. She had just celebrated her father's 19-year anniversary as a pastor with her siblings. Now, right quick, let's speak a little bit about her siblings. Because there is definitely sibling rivalry between Aretha, Irma, and Carolyn. Now, what Carolyn said was that she initially thought that Riri was going to support her when she started her singing career. And so, no, girl. And so, no. You know, she said Irma supported her, of course, because, you know, that's what big sisters do. We just support y'all no matter what y'all do. Y'all can ride ponies for a living. Fuck, you can paint zebras. We don't care. Big sisters support. That's what we do. Okay. You're welcome. And shout out to all the big sisters out there. But anyway, Carolyn said that I thought was profound was that she felt, along with Irma, that she didn't want, that Riri didn't want those two singing. Okay. She had a problem with those two singing because Carolyn believed, and I said this before too, that secretly Aretha didn't want those two sisters to blow up before she did. You know, that part is adding to the depression. Oh my God. All the people's over there at Motown is breaking it up. My sisters, Irma and Carolyn is over there breaking it up. They ain't really breaking it up, but I mean, they doing something, you know. And Aretha's like, wait. They trained me to be that bitch. So you mean to tell me I still ain't that bitch? She in her feelings, okay? Until 1966, Jerry Wexler, age 49, was a hungry man. Okay, he was hungry for greater success in a field where he had already conquered. He was one of the owners of Atlantic Records, okay? It was him and these other two dudes. One was named Ahmet, and I forgot the other one's name. My bad. Okay, they mentioned his name. I don't know, but it was two brothers and Jerry Wexler. Now, this is how Jerry Wexler describes it, okay? He calls Columbia corporate. I would agree, because they got that Lena Horne over there, the Doris and the Day, okay? Who's that other dude? A whole bunch of, you know, sassy, you know, well-to-do women and men over there. You know, they wear gowns and shit to, you know, the McDonald's, those kind. And then you got Atlantic, Mom and Pop's Atlantic, you know. Now, them ninjas was down and gritty, all right? Ray Charles had already set the precedence for them because Jerry Wexler's partner, Ahmet, had already signed Ray Charles before he even got there, all right? So it set the tone, was specializing in soothing souls, which, by the way, was beautiful. You know, Jerry said he ain't got no problems over there with Motown, but he said he was more attracted to the down and dirty, the gritty, the sweaty juke joint with the ladies in the kitten heels, you know, doing this jump right here. That's what said he liked it raw, okay? He liked it raw. I'm like, you liked it raw? What you talking about, the vagina or the music buster. Because whenever I hear a man say he like raw, all that mean to me is that he don't want to put a condom. Now Wexler, like most white folks, or Jewish folks, looked at Black culture as amazing. Okay? They love us. Now they won't admit that they want to take us in a back room and do things to our women, but they love us. They love everything about us. They love the way we shaped, the way we swallow, the way we chew bubble gum, the way we, So moving on, I'm gonna stop playing. So Jerry Wexler thought that the deep soul music was magnificent. Okay, and he was able to cut him a favorable distribution deal with John Stewart over there at Stax. Now y'all corrected me before. Y'all told me that Stax was where Etta James was. Was it? Am I messing up? Y'all hussies always correcting me. And that goddamn Mavis Staples. If I tell you, the Staples singers, let me tell you something. Okay? Listen, Bellas, I want to put Pam Grier on the list, and I want to put that Mavis Staples on the list, okay? Because next to Aretha Franklin, there ain't nobody else that can give us mentally what we need through music or song the way that Mavis Staples can. Shout to La Vista. Mavis, yeah, I love you, Mavis. Now, Wexler tells David Ritz of the story of how him and Aretha Franklin made contact. It went something like this. You got Jerry Wexler down there in Muscle Shoals in the studio with Wilson Pickett. Okay. Now they over there, they in the booth, they doing their thing. Now this dude named Percy Sledge, who is also a singer, came in and beat Wilson Pickett. You trying to sound like Otis or James? Meaning Otis Redding or James Brown. Wilson Pickett over there trying to mind his business. Okay. Don't matter, because that Percy Sledge is an old antagonizing motherfucker like myself. Okay. Excuse me. Beep, 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 beep. Wilson Pickett, is that you in the studio or is that James Brown? Okay. Now, see, this is the problem. Percy Sledge knew that Wilson Pickett could not stand James Brown. James the Brown. You know why? Because they had a fight over some pussy a couple of while back, okay? And Wilson can't stand him because the James Brown didn't stole his Wilson Pickett is pissed. I'm over here trying to sing a motherfucking song and you keep bringing up my past. I can't stand a motherfucker that keep bringing up my past. I'm just like, let me go, bro. Let me go. Them two, Wilson Pickett and Percy Sledge, ended up fighting each other. I mean, they pouring everything, fucking each other up. And Jerry Wexler thought that he was going to step in between them. No, rich white man, don't ever step in between two black men that's fighting. Never do that. So anyway, they took Jerry Wexler ass and tossed him. Okay? But what's going on? You say who? You say Aretha is ready for me. Why this is so significant? Because Jerry Wexler been waiting on Aretha Franklin for a minute. Okay, so when he got the news from the lady named Louise Bishop, the DJ or the gospel DJ from Philly, he said, "Oh shit, we got Wexler called Aretha." Ted answered, because that's what he do. Now, Jerry Wexler was already, ready for Ted because he had heard from John Hammond and Clyde Otis how difficult Ted could be. Ted was one of them type of people that thought that he knew what the hell he was doing. So he thought that he ran the show. And the call went like this between Teddy Pimpy Whitey and Jerry Wexler. Okay? Ring! Mr. Wexler, call me Jerry. All right, then call me Ted. Okay? I heard your artist was available, Pimpy Whitey. I heard you were looking for my artist, Jerry. Jerry said, I am intensely looking for your artist. Okay? Then name the time and place. Monday in New York. Okay? At my office. Teddy Pimpy Whitey said, Jerry Wexler said that they were there right on time, okay? And he said he was delighted to see that they came with neither a lawyer nor agent. Of course, they not going to come with neither one, Mr. Jerry Wexler. When you got somebody like Teddy Pimpy Whitey, that know every fucking thing, what you need a lawyer for, bruh? He knows all the laws, all the, 647s and 296s. He knows all, Bart Simpson versus Homer Simpsons. He knows all. He said, Jerry said he wanted Riri to call him Jerry. Riri said, no. Why would I call you Jerry when I got you calling me Miss Franklin? Okay, well, I mean, she demanded respect off the top. I mean, that's what all divas do. Okay, off the top. But Jerry said he could not get her to say Jerry. Answer no. If you call me, I'm not calling you. I might say Mr. Jerry, but I'm not going to call you no damn Jerry, because this is all business here, buddy. So Jerry said while he was there, he couldn't get Aretha to talk about anything, nothing that she wanted. Okay. He wanted to know, what kind of music did you want to sing? What direction did you want to head into? What genre did you want to meet first? Okay. She said she wouldn't say anything. Or he said she wouldn't say anything. Why would she say something when she got Teddy Pimpy Whitey right there? But this time she needed a pimp for this. Okay. No. She needed a lawyer. Okay. And maybe an agent for this. But because she didn't have neither one, old shiesty pimp would do. So this time, she needed a pimp to talk to that. Jerry Wexler said when he asked her to discuss her experience at Columbia, all she said was, it was nice. I did some nice things. Okay. Ooh, you're not going to get this lady to break. That's why I'm glad I did the David Ritz book instead of a book that she wrote, because she ain't going to give us no juice. She ain't going to give us nothing. But anyway, Ted said, look, this is what I want. Okay, we're going to do it this way, and I want $25,000 up front. Okay? Jerry Wexler said, you got it. Okay, and then you'll get some more shit after we sign. Okay, now, Jerry Wexler was just happy that the motherfucker asked for 25. Okay, I'm like, he was happy. Maybe she should have got a goddamn lawyer, because it sounded like he was ready to give her a little more. Okay, but when your husband is Teddy Pimpy Whitey, what can you do? So although Jerry Wexler was very excited to have Aretha Franklin over there at Atlantic with him, he chose not to produce him or produce her himself. He chose the dude, what was his name? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. He chose the dude, Jimmy Stewart, that he got from Stax, to produce her, okay? And although, it was an honor to have her, he just chose to give her to Jimmy Stewart. Now, fate intervened, and Jimmy Stewart was like, oh, no. Aretha Franklin? Is she still with Teddy Pimpy Whitey? Is she still with him? Now, his reason was, oh, no, this isn't the correct environment for Aretha Franklin. Okay, all that means is Teddy Whitey and her still together? Because I don't want to deal with that. It ended up where Jerry Wexler ended up producing Aretha Franklin. So the Billboard article on December 3rd in 1966 made it official. Under a photo, the caption read, Jerry Wexler, Vice President of Atlantic Records, signs blues singer Aretha Franklin to an exclusive contract while her manager, Teddy Pimpy Whitey, looks on from above. Her first release with Atlantic is slated for January. It's go time, okay? Jerry Wexler goes to Riri and Teddy Pimpy Whitey and said, listen, I told you that dude, Jimmy Stewart, was going to produce Aretha Franklin, but okay, things have changed. Okay, now I'm going to produce her. And we're going to produce her down there at Muscle Shoals, okay? Teddy White say, answer no. We can't produce my baby at down there in the South. No, because this is during the time that people were moving up north, okay, to get a hell away from all them ignorant ass white folks down the South, okay? So they wasn't comfortable in the South, okay? Because most of our grandparents migrated from the South to the North. Like I told you, my family is from North Carolina and South Carolina, and they all moved up north to Southwest DC, okay? Even though for real, technically that is the South, but I guess that's where they, plan to stop, right? But anyway, Teddy Pimpy Whitey is like, answer no. You can record her in New York. So Jerry Wexler is trying to tell him, listen, we done did great things down there in Muscle Shoals. Stop it. Teddy's problem with it was that, I heard about the owner of Muscle Shoals. Okay. That nigga's a jerk. And I don't want to have to put them paws on his ass. Okay. The dude's name was Rick Hall. He was an asshole. Okay. According to the Teddy Whitey. I'm like, Teddy Whitey, is he more of an asshole than you? You know, because them assholes don't like to be challenged, okay? It can only be one top asshole, okay? And Teddy Pimpy Whitey said it's going to be me, not that motherfucker Rick Hall. I am not going to be in his house allowing him to say anything and everything. Ted gives in. I knew he was going to give in because he got that $25,000 in his pocket and it's burning, okay? But anyway, Ted gives in and go ahead and go down, or agrees to go down to Muscle Shoals to record. Now, here come the vid, okay? Teddy Pimpy Whitey goes, well, I got some partners back there in Detroit. You know, they songwriters and we can, you know, sell you some of these songs. These partner friends that's a songwriter, name is Ronnie Shannon, okay? And he custom made a song for Aretha called I Never Loved a Man the Way That I Love. Wexler also saw a tape of Aretha on the piano alone singing Dr. Feelgood. Filling me up with all those pills. I got a man named Dr. Feelgood, and he takes care of all my pains and my ills. I be like, bitch, dick ain't that motherfucking good, okay? Now, Irma, Riri's big sister, chimes in and says, listen, if Teddy Pimpy Whitey wouldn't have got this deal for Aretha Franklin, they would have been done, okay? Irma said that all this record deal did, or this contract did, for Ted and Aretha was just prolonged the inevitable. Because I told y'all, she's sick of his ass, okay? What Irma also said was that despite the sibling rivalry that we talked about earlier on, when Aretha Franklin called on her sisters to say, hey, girls, nobody can sing like us. Now, they mentioned the Caesar sisters, you know, with that Shirley Buckle Boots, Caesar, okay? And the Buckle Boots, Shirley Caesar, and the Buckle Boots. They even talked about how them sisters were harmonious together, okay? So it would be in your best bet to get your sisters who've been singing with you the entire time, right? So they said despite Riri, her little attitude problem, how she be acting and how she be all, didn't matter. Them sisters had a end of January 1967, and we are at Muscle Shoals. So Wexler said that his plan with Riri was to do everything live, to have Aretha and the musicians play all together in real time, okay? So, of course, the owner of Muscle Shoals was there, Rick Hall, okay? Now, Jerry said that them two had some issues between each other. So Jerry tried to keep a low profile when he was there because, you know, they didn't like each other because somebody stole somebody from somebody else or something like that really don't matter. But Jerry knew she didn't want to ruin it, or he didn't want to ruin Aretha Franklin's opportunity to work in such a great studio. Okay, so whatever it is that is magical about Muscle Shoals, Jerry Wexler know, and obviously Rick Hall know, and you know he be reckless out the mouth. Wexler, right, said that the first takes of Aretha Franklin's "I Never Loved a Man the Way That I Loved You" was so euphoric that them motherfuckers started drinking. Now know this, Jerry ain't fucking with Rick. You know, he's not trying to ruin Aretha's chance of being down there at the Muscle Shoals, creating a wonderful album. Okay, I can dig it. So he say, okay, I'm gone. And he left Ted, Riri, and the owner there at the studio. What's his name? Jerry said, you know, I thought I was doing a good goddamn thing. Okay, when I left, because I didn't want no problems with Riri. Okay, but what he didn't know was after he left, because you know them motherfuckers was drinking, he left them people there drinking, that it was going to go bad and ugly at the same time. Okay, so when David Ritz sat down with the dude, what's his name, Rick Hall, to ask him what happened, he started the story like this. Well, we all had a couple of drinks. Now, if you had not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. The Moon Man Bako. The same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron loves you, babies. Have a good weekend.